Welcome to the Art Lady channel. This is the woodland animal ornament, but the instructions are just going to show you how to assemble a simple ornament made with circles and a little bit of a kind of a U-shaped tab at the top so that you can use, poke a hole through and hang them all. But it's going to form this 3D. You can see how it forms almost across. It's going to form this 3D ornament. And then you can embellish it with sequins, sparkles, whatever you'd like. I used some cotton here on this. And I do have these patterns in my store, which is going to have a link to the store at the bottom. You click on the title, it will take you to a Teacher Pay Teacher website. But this is a quick, easy, simple activity. My patterns are designed so that it has a thick, bold line, so that when kids cut, they cut out easily. They don't have to cut out any details and whatnot. It's just a simple straight cutting for them or curves. So I'm going to show you how to put this together. You start out by having a circle, and then I come up with a kind of a curved U shape, and then you can draw a bow, or you can add the tip of the ornament to the top here, and then add your own little images. I have some woodland animals. So once you have that, you want 4 of them, and then you cut them out, and then you're going to fold the circle in half toward the inside, and you're going to do that for all 4 of them. And you want to make sure if you have something at the top here that you're centering this as best you can. And then I bring the edges together and just give it a little crease. And you do that for all 4. And then we're going to apply some glue. And you can use any type of glue. You want to always use a very thin amount, because if it's too saturated and wet, then the glue just kind of makes the paper all soggy, and you don't want that. I'm using a little bit of a heavier copy paper that comes 250 pages per pack. That helps. You can use a glue stick or regular Elmer's glue. I prefer the Elmer's over other brands of glue. And you just want to apply a little bit of glue stick. And if you're going to be using the Elmer's glue, you want a dot of Elmer's glue, and then you wipe your finger, and then you bring it to the edges. And I'm only gluing on one side. And I'm bringing this to the outside very, very thin with the glue. And then I'm getting the top edges. And then I'm going to place one of these halves, because here's the images on the inside. Here's the image on the inside. So I line them up flat on the desk. I'm lining up the bottom, and they're flat on the desk. I'm just opening them up and lining up the top. And then I'm going to just rub them. It's kind of like a book that you're going to be making, like this, so, which is kind of fun. And then I'm going to do the same for this piece. I'm going to put them together. I'm going to put just a little bit of glue, and the thinner the better. I'm making sure my edges are glued, so I have very little glue, kind of just dabbing it around the edge. And I'm pulling it out to get the edges. Again, if it's too much glue, it's just going to be a mess and the paper gets soggy. Lay it flat, line it up. And this is where you have good craftsmanship. If these aren't lined up, or if they are soggy and messy with glue, then that's not very good craftsmanship. You take your time and do it slowly and carefully, and your project will come out neater. So now I have 3, which is really cool. And then I'm going to do the 4th one. I'm going to just do one side at a time. Now for the last side, fold, do a little bit, And I'm spreading this so thin, it dries pretty fast. So I'm only doing one side at a time. So you're going to do the same process. Flat on the desk, line up the bottom, and then the top, these edges, right, like so. If you see a little bit of white, like so, that's okay, because later on, we won't do it quite yet, but I'm going to show you what's going to happen. Later on, you can always trim it. Now I'm going to do my last side. So I have all the sides done. And now I'm just going to do the last side. Again, putting a very small amount of glue. I do like the Elmer's glue better than a glue stick. And now I'm going to put the two together. This one's off a little bit. If yours is really soggy, you won't be able to trim anything right away. And you don't want it to be really soggy. Okay, so there. Now we have it all, and I'm just going to kind of press and crease. Open them up. And then I'm going to have it so that it forms, if you see it, it forms like an X. Like so. That's how you want it. Now I'm going to do a hole punch through here. And directly below the bow on my products, there is a space for the hole. And then you can use this as your hanger. You can string through here and hang it up. And there you have it. Your really beautiful woodland 3D paper ornament. Now I would string and then even have some beads, fun beads on here. You can have a hook it with a paper clip. You can even hook it with a pipe cleaner and then put beads on your pipe cleaner. You can put some glittery snow on here if you'd like. White glitter or clear glitter or snow glitter. Put a little bit of cotton ball on here is fun too, to spice it up. But there you have your really beautiful, adorable little woodland animal. And I recommend using, for markers, you can use Crayola markers are great, the big thick ones, or you can use alcohol ink markers, which I like the best. It gives a beautiful color for the alcohol ink markers. Don't forget, if you want the patterns, and I have patterns for all kinds of fun things on my Teacher Pay Teacher store, and the link is under the description.